So I graduated from college. I started applying for jobs, and 3 weeks later, I was hired at the CBS station here in Chicago on the assignment desk, and I literally got it because I made so many connections with him. And when I sent, resumes out, and people were like, "Oh, you were Paul Mikey's intern." I mean, that really carries a heavy weight. And I don't know what you guys are looking to do, but whoever you idol, emulate them and try to reach out to them and try to get advice from them, because they could help you later on down the road. So I was hired at Channel 2, worked my way up, was there 8.5 years. I have done producing, writing, field producing. When I won my Emmy, it was for the 2005 NIU shootings. I was a field producer. Do you guys know what a field producer? You guys know what that is, right? And we were out there, I think, 31 hours straight. It was just wall to wall. We weren't working for our local affiliate. We were working for other stations, other CBS stations around the country, our network, like this, I think then it was, I don't remember if it was Katie Couric then, but whoever the nightly news, we were just around the clock coverage, and we earned that Emmy. And that was luckily being in Chicago, you cover big news, so you're able to, have the opportunity to win an Emmy, but it's all so possible. And I know when you're in the four walls of school, it's hard to imagine that, and it's hard to grasp that idea that you can be a part of that, but you can. The second you're out of here, you can do it. And in April, I should probably go back. Field producing, and here in Chicago, I was able to interview Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Bono, Oprah. Having exposure to these people at such a young age, it's like it just fuels your fire, right? I mean, this is what we went to school for. This is what we want to do. And you always hear people, local news is shrinking, the news industry is shrinking, and it is shrinking. But it's what you learn and what you take from your experiences that will push you to the next level. In April, I was contacted by this woman that I met one time on a story. She was a executive producer at Channel 5, and I met her. She, was very brief. We became friends on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I never talked to her since. That was probably 3 years ago. She remembered me and reached out to me in April and said, I have this, I left Channel 5, I'm working for this digital company here in Chicago, it's a startup, and I'm looking for a line producer. Do you guys know what a line producer is? Puts together the show. So a field producer, you're out in the field, doing the interviews, writing the stories, working with the editor, beaming this story back to the station. And then a line producer is someone who stacks the entire broadcast. So, yeah. I feel like I'm more of a fireman sometimes, just putting fires out with everyone. They're like, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm like, come on. We still have an hour to fill, but I never would have had that opportunity if I just would have met somebody. So she contacts me and says, I have a line producer position open. Are you interested? I was like, yeah. I mean, of course I'm interested to hear what's going on, even though I probably would have retired at Channel 2. I mean, I loved that place. But really, where things are going, you have to just know you have to know what's going on, what you want to do. And this opportunity gives me, I grew as a producer. I went from a half-hour show to an hour show. It's national. It's called Touch Vision. If anyone, we're launching on next Tuesday, which is it's crazy, but it's an amazing platform for great news movies and good news that people really care to know about, and you can actually teach somebody something. Sometimes when you cover news, you just regurgitate news that's already happened 6 o'clock in the morning and it's 10 o'clock at night. Everyone knows it. You're not really teaching anybody anything. I have the opportunity to really teach people something. And to me, I took a leap of faith and I left because this is where I feel I should be and where the industry is going. And I'm here 6 months later. I love it. Lot of work, lot of hard work. I think that I wouldn't be where I am today. I mean, I'm only 32 years, I'm almost 32, I'm not even 32 yet, 31 years old. And I've accomplished a lot, but I I've always kept my head in the game. And everyone has life issues and drama that comes up that are little speed bumps that you have to get over, but as long as you're driven and you keep your eye on the ball, like, you will be there. So, yeah. What class is this? What are you guys learning in this class?
We're doing, right now we're in the web portion of our class, web design.
Oh, web design. Jeez, I don't know how to web design. I think I helped a friend build like her spa website one time, but it was like a, build. It was art, like an infrastructure. You just typed in stuff. So, what do you guys want to do? I mean, throw questions at me because I'm done talking. Go ahead.
Was it hard, you leaving Channel 2?
Was it hard?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Like to make that step, to take the next, to be into
Yeah, how I looked at it was, for so many years, I watched probably 250, 300 people lose their jobs at my station alone. Because, you got to figure that huge building was full at one point. And, all different, because things became automated. The floor directors lost their jobs. The control room only has one director instead of two. There's only, so everything was being minimized so drastically, and sooner or later that will trickle down to where I'm at, especially in local news, where unfortunately you're not gonna, you reach a level at any station where you can't go any higher unless the person above you retires or has a tragedy. Really, because people, when you become an executive producer at a top 5 market, you're not going anywhere. You're done. You're good. You're going to stay there until you retire. So people like me who are young, I hit a ceiling. I couldn't go any higher. I could have gone to the network. I could have gone that way, but I wanted to stay here. This is where I'm from. I wanted to stay in Chicago. So for me, I figured, I'm single. I don't have kids. I'm young. I can take, if I'm going to take a risk, I should take it now. Sometimes you have to evaluate those things. Was it scary? Because I've been there since day one in this business. Yeah, it was, because I was, I was very highly respected. I was good at my job, and I just came in and did it. This was a whole different ballgame.
To get to the next level, that's it.
Yeah.
It was hard to let go.
Yeah, but you have to let go of the security blanket sometimes, and challenge yourself. That's one of the things I said. I'm like, I don't go to work. I'm not challenged when I go to work anymore. I love that. I love my job. I love what I do. Every day it's something different. And the good thing about our job is you just, at the end of the day, you take the paper on your desk and you just throw it in the garbage, because tomorrow's a different day of news. Nothing that's on your desk right now will matter tomorrow. So you don't take paperwork home, and that's a good thing about our job. Huh?
What's innovative?
I said that's a good thing about the school. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's cool.
I said that's a good thing about the school. You have to take paper home and stuff.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's really not reality. And when you get a job and you have to crank it out in those 8 hours or 9 hours or how long you're working, and you're done. You can go home. The story's, once you step out the door, the story's already changed. There's already a new element. Or it's over. No one cares about it anymore.
I was going to ask, what's innovative about the company that you were willing to sort of step away from? Like, what is the, what's the...
So their concept is TV for tablets.
Right.
The reason that local news is shrinking is because there aren't as many advertising dollars, because people aren't in front of their TV at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock at night to get the news when you had to before. If you want to know what's going on, you had to be in front of your TV. Now, everyone has a phone and a tablet, and they're, walking to school, they're on the train, they're in their car, wherever they're at, they're getting whatever information that they want to know right then and there. Whether it's news or infotainment, health, whatever it is, a YouTube video, you can get it. So the creator of the company that I work for is actually from Chicago. He's one of the founders of XM Radio. He's very innovative and successful. And his belief is people like 18 to 44, like that demographic, doesn't really care about shootings and fires, and they can get that. They can get that in the local news. But if they want to learn something, and like today I had someone do a story breaking down Obamacare, like in layman terms, like so that people get it. Because even I know the story, even I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what is it again? I mean, there's so much stuff like that we have a platform to teach people, and we don't have like, you know, we have all the resources in the world to tell somebody something. So news is changing. And so I had, you know, this writer put this story together, and they made a beautiful story, and they edited it, and in 3 minutes, it breaks down Obamacare. And people would watch that, because people don't really want to watch death and destruction all the time. So it's very innovative. It's very, download the app. It's a free app. It's called Touch Vision. You can download it and watch stuff, but it will be live on Tuesday.